It is such a beautiful day today. I thought to myself, why not record this message from outside? Do you remember complaining in the wintertime that it was too cold? I hope you haven't been complaining in the summertime that it's too hot. Today I'd like to talk to you about a very important message, and that's standing up for ourselves. For some people, perhaps many, maybe even most, it's actually a very difficult task indeed. It might mean defending yourself before the attacks of others. It might mean for asking for something at the right time, whether it's a change in job title, a raise in salary, maybe it's something more personal. Perhaps it's confronting a friend over a perceived hurt. When we stand up for ourselves, we put ourselves on the line. And faced with the prospect of doing that, we actually start to doubt ourselves that is what we are requesting even justified. We might even start to play out in our mind, am I going to be penalized for the mere asking of this? In our Torah portion that we will read tomorrow, Pinchas, there are 4 sisters who have no brother and stand to lose their tribal inheritance, their father's property, for one reason, and that is that they are women. At that point, the Torah had not given an inheritance to women. And so daringly, with an incredible amount of self-confidence and courage, they approach Moshe and they say to him those famous words, Lama yigara, why should we lose out? Our father has passed, we have no brothers, why should we lose out? And they make the request for themselves, standing up for what it is that they believe in and for something they feel is their right. Moshe confers with God, and lo and behold, God actually agrees with them and says they are absolutely correct. Let them take what is rightfully theirs. When I was thinking about this message, standing up for ourselves, asking for what we want, asking for what we believe we should have, and the fear that's associated with it, I was actually thinking about how this message can extend to children as well. Children need to learn how to speak up and how to become advocates for themselves, even from an early age. This can be whether they're in the playground, when something's taken away from them, maybe they're being bullied, perhaps they're being made fun of. It also might happen in relationships with their parents. And right now, many kids are at home with their parents, and I'm willing to bet that parents' patience are being tested and tried, and maybe they are being stretched thin. And perhaps there are times when parents say things, when parents do things, and when parents behave in such ways that maybe they're not always perfectly 100% correct all of the time. And it's in those moments that the children can actually become their own advocates and say, hey, that's not entirely fair. I understand what you're saying, but there's a different way of looking at it. Maybe we can reassess this. Now, that's something that parents have to train and teach children how to do. Yet every child, within reason and obviously on their own age level, can decide what it is that they want for themselves in their small sphere of their world. If we can provide room and space to our children, to allow them to stand up for themselves, to allow them to argue and reason coherently, then we're giving them the right tools that will hopefully last them a lifetime. To be able to say, Lama yigara, why should we lose out? To be able to stand up for oneself and to truly see what it is we want and actually put ourselves on the line, make that request, and even be blessed with receiving it as well. Shabbat Shalom. I'm going inside to the air conditioning now.